Chapter 2757 The Omega Ladder 1. Within just a few days, rumors that the Starry Sky Corridor was the Omega Staircase and that it held the secret to godhood spread like wildfire among all races and human nations. Some of these rumors were even more detailed and enticing than Zhang Yi's own fabrications. Something's not right. In the study, Zhang Yi frowned slightly as he looked at the intelligence compiled by Yang Xinxin. These rumors are spreading too fast, and they're so organized. It's like someone is secretly cooperating with us. I've noticed that too. Yang Xinxin tapped the armrest of the sofa beside her, the data stream on the screen flashing rapidly. Several unidentified sources of information are frequently active on the dark web and the communication frequencies of various civilizations. They are deliberately guiding public opinion, directing everyone's greed towards the Starry Sky Corridor. This was originally something Zhang Yi planned to do. He was still considering how to spread rumors without leaving a trace. Now someone had beaten him to it. While he was pleased with this outcome, a strange unease stirred within him. He disliked anything out of his control. Zhang Yi's fingers tapped lightly on the table, a flicker of wariness in his eyes. It seems we're not the only ones eyeing this lucrative prize. Someone else is also trying to use the Starry Sky Corridor to set a trap? Or, do they really know something? Is the Starry Sky Corridor a trap? Not entirely. A historical relic of a super-ancient civilization would almost certainly contain invaluable resources. Even information from that era could be incredibly useful today. Zhang Yi was merely downplaying the risks and loudly proclaiming its potential treasures, that was all. But if one actually entered the Starry Sky Corridor and returned alive, there would certainly be gains. For example, those free-floating energy beings he encountered were, for Knight-level or even Queen-level superhumans, food for advancement. Just as Zhang Yi was becoming increasingly wary, a group of special guests arrived in Tianhai City. There was no grand entrance, only a small, unmarked aircraft quietly landed on the diplomatic tarmac in Tianhai City. There were only 3 people there. The first was a refined middle-aged man in a retro trench coat, with a gentle smile, the king's heir, Milwaukee Blatter. Among the known members of the pupil organization, he was roughly the second most important figure. The reason for saying roughly is that the pupil organization was a loosely organized union with few internal constraints. Even the chairman could only make requests to members, not issue orders. Accompanying Milwaukee were Zhang Yi's old friends, Professor Leonardo da Vinci and Brian. These 3 were likely core members of the pupil organization. Especially Brian, that dog, who had even secured a place among the 4 Knights of Dawn as the benevolent knight. The 3 had informed Zhang Yi of their arrival beforehand. Recently, countless people had contacted Zhang Yi, so he wasn't surprised. After all, poverty goes unnoticed in the bustling city, while wealth attracts distant relatives even in remote mountains. He defeated the 5 major races and personally slew the Nightmare Clan's Black Knight-level powerhouse, instantly becoming the most prominent figure on Earth. The current powerful forces of 6 generations, including Columbia, Britannia, Fremont, and the Khotan Empire, all sent video messages to congratulate him. Professor Leonardo da Vinci and Brian were very familiar with Zhang Yi, and they asked to come over. Zhang Yi, having nothing else to do, decided to meet them. What rare guests! Zhang Yi received them in the reception room. Although he is now a renowned Black Knight, he still retains a special goodwill towards the pupil organization. After all, this mysterious organization has lent him a helping hand on numerous occasions throughout his journey. Zhang Yi has never been stingy with his kindness and sincerity towards his friends. Because in this chaotic era, friendship is the most precious relationship. Congratulations, Lord Zhang Yi, on your decisive victory. You are now undoubtedly the #1 person on Earth. Milwaukee removed his hat, bowed slightly, and spoke with genuine respect. Let's skip the formalities. Zhang Yi waved his hand, gesturing for them to sit. No one comes here without a reason. You all came together, surely not just to flatter me? Mildok smiled slightly, his expression becoming serious. Indeed, it is important. Your Excellency Zhang Yi, our guild leader, wishes to see you. Guild leader? Zhang Yi raised an eyebrow, a hint of amusement flashing in his eyes. It's been so long, I've been quite curious about who this mysterious guild leader really is. The guild leader of the pupil organization, he was only known by name, never seen in person. Zhang Yi had once been very curious about him. Now, why has he finally thought to see me? Is he trying to win me over, or is he also interested in the Starry Sky Corridor? Zhang Yi's attitude was calm. After all, he now possessed sufficient strength to protect himself, and had the Dragon Clan as his backer. To put it bluntly, the title of false knight from the pupil organization was meaningless to him. The only reason he didn't leave was out of consideration for past relationships and the ability to leverage the pupil organization's intelligence network. However, he leaned back on the sofa, looking at Milwaukee with a half-smile. Since he wants to see me, why doesn't he come? With my current status, isn't it worth him making the trip himself? This wasn't arrogance on Zhang Yi's part. At his level, every action represented the face of the Huashu kingdom. Moreover, in this world where the strong rule, it's the weak paying homage to the strong. Letting him see the president of the pupil organization? That depended on whether the other party was qualified. Milwaukee gave a wry smile, seemingly having anticipated Zhang Yi's reaction. You misunderstand, sir. It's not that the chairman didn't want to come, but rather that he cannot leave that place easily. Oh? Does that mean he's under house arrest? Zhang Yi raised an eyebrow, asking with some surprise. No, it's to avoid detection. Mi Huaid lowered his voice, his expression serious. Once the chairman leaves that special sanctuary, there's a risk of exposure. Exposure to whom? The Holy See. Hearing this name, Zhang Yi paused for a moment, then smiled dismissively. The Vatican? That crazy organization made up of charlatans? Zhang Yi shook his head, his eyes filled with disgust. He hadn't forgotten what the Junjiang Vatican had done on the moon. If Pope Alexander X hadn't died, he would have definitely gathered a group of powerful individuals and made a trip to the Byzantine Empire. The pupil organization has helped me a lot, and I remember that favor. Don't worry, these days on Earth, my words still carry some weight. I will protect you. The Vatican, a mere charlatan, can't cause any trouble. Zhang Yi leaned back on the sofa, speaking calmly. Chapter 2758 Omega Ladder 2. Zhang Yi now dared to even challenge Qing Tsong of the Tyrannosaurus clan. A religious organization composed of 6 generations was indeed no threat to him. After all, he was currently at the peak of his life, and it was inevitable that he would be filled with arrogance. However, Mi Huaid shook his head, the worry in his eyes not lessening despite Zhang Yi's promise. Lord Zhang Yi, you are indeed very powerful now, even arguably unparalleled among the 6 generations. But he took a deep breath and said, word by word, to contend with the entire Holy See of Junjiang, I'm afraid it's not enough. Zhang Yi's eyes sharpened instantly. He stared at Mi Huaid, as if trying to see if the other was joking. Are you questioning my strength? I wouldn't dare. I'm merely stating a fact. Meward met Zhang Yi's gaze directly. The waters of the Vatican are far deeper and more murky than you imagine. Their hidden power can even be traced back centuries. You'll understand later. Zhang Yi was silent for a moment. He was a cautious man, Meward's seriousness was not unfounded. In that case, I must ask more clearly. Zhang Yi tapped his fingers on the armrest. What benefit would I gain from seeing him? I'm busy, I don't have time to listen to an old man hiding in the shadows telling stories. Meward looked at Zhang Yi and slowly uttered a sentence. Perhaps, he can help you open the path to Omega. Omega. The air in the room seemed to freeze at the sound of those 3 words. Zhang Yi's pupils contracted slightly. This was the realm he currently yearned for most, yet was also the one that confused him most. The ultimate stage for the extraordinary is Omega, representing infinity and eternity. That is the ultimate leap in the level of life, the true meaning of God. Even Brian and Professor Da Vinci turned their attention. It seems we've reached a very interesting stage. Even Professor Da Vinci's usually deadpan eyes showed seriousness. Quite the boast. Zhang Yi smiled faintly, saying dismissively, I haven't even touched the threshold myself, how can he guide me? In Zhang Yi's view, only someone of Ling's caliber had the right to say such things. However, even Ling had once told him how difficult it was to reach the Omega stage. Even a powerful civilization like the I-Hen clan, a god-level civilization, had to expend the entire race's resources to create 4 Omega-level bioweapons. This is precisely what our guild leader wants to discuss with you personally, Millward said. Just going to meet him won't cost you anything. Zhang Yi pondered for a long time, his resolve beginning to shift. Curiosity and a thirst for power took over, but he remained cautious. I can go if you want. Zhang Yi suddenly pointed to young Xinxin beside him, let her shoot you an arrow. If you can catch it, I'll trust you. Okay. Mi Huaid stood up without hesitation, spreading his arms wide. Zhang Yi frowned, Yang Xinxin's abilities were no longer a secret. Everyone knows that being struck by the Hersher's arrow will turn you into Yang Xinshin's puppet. Why is Milwen so calm? Is he truly so open-minded, without any secrets? Yang Xinshin glanced at Zhang Yi, and seeing him nod, she didn't waste any words. She raised her delicate white hand and summoned the bow of judgment and the Hersher's arrow. An arrow emitting a faint black light shot from the bow, heading straight for Milwen's heart. This was the Hersher's arrow, with the added effect of forced control. Even a bishop-level powerhouse would instantly lose their mobility upon being struck by this arrow. Thud. The arrow struck Milwen's chest precisely. However, the expected control effect did not occur. The instant the arrow touched Milwen's body, a faint golden halo suddenly appeared on his skin. The halo wasn't intense, but it carried an aura of sacred inviolability. The black power of the rules collided with the golden light, like snowflakes falling into boiling water, instantly melting away. The arrow vanished. Milwade stood still, his eyes still calm, showing no sign of losing his composure. This is... Yang Xinshin was somewhat surprised, her eyes widening slightly. My rules failed? No, they were exempted. Zhang Yi's expression also turned serious. He could see that it wasn't Milwade's own power, but some kind of externally empowered talisman. To be able to ignore the control of the rules system, such a method was extremely rare, even in ancient civilizations. This is the protection bestowed upon me by the Guildmaster. Milwade explained, it's also what has allowed us to survive the Holy Sea's pursuit until now. Interesting. Zhang Yi stood up and clapped his hands. He finally understood that the people of the pupil organization were not so simple. It seemed that the Guildmaster behind them was even more unfathomable. The pupil organization has always had a good relationship with me, and they've watched me grow up. If you were truly hostile towards me and possessed such methods, you would have acted long ago, instead of waiting until today. Lead the way. Zhang Yi straightened his collar, his eyes gleaming with inquiry. I want to see just who this guild leader, who can disregard the rules, really is. Mi Huaid breathed a sigh of relief and pulled an ancient golden pocket watch from his pocket. The watch's surface was incredibly smooth, its color somewhat dull, appearing to be at least several hundred years old. Please follow me. Mi Huaid said, directly pressing the pocket watch, and a golden portal slowly opened in the air. Strange spatial fluctuations flowed within the portal, its coordinates pointing to an unknown dimension. After speaking, Mi Huaid stepped into the portal first. Spatial abilities, interesting. Zhang Yi activated his time hand ability. After confirming there was no danger, he looked at Yang Xinshin, Professor Da Vinci, and Brian beside him. Let's go together. Of course, we also want to join in the fun. Professor Da Vinci said, holding a bottle of wine. It seemed this was also their first time meeting the mysterious president. Zhang Yi led the three into the golden portal. After a slight dizziness, the scene before them suddenly opened up. A salty sea breeze swept over him, carrying the fresh scent of fallen leaves. Zhang Yi found himself standing on the beach of a deserted island. All around him stretched an endless expanse of deep blue ocean, but this ocean didn't belong to any corner of Earth. A crevice in the material world. As a top-tier spatial ability user, Zhang Yi instantly determined his location. An independent subspace, similar to the Dragon Domain. What a grand scheme!